never really reliable local. I mean, there were
We're live.
What the fuck is up? Let's get weird. I got a busy fucking day ahead of me today, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm starting with two of the dumbest people I know and one of my favorite people to kick the day off. Evan, obviously that's you, who I actually enjoy, and these two fucking Neanderthals are the others. So Evan, I'm going to introduce you first. How you doing, Ehand?
I am doing fantastic. I'm glad the Raiders pulled that out. Derek Carr somehow does not lose on Monday nights.
Right. I love it. I was all in on the Raiders. We hit tons of props, Bill Rupp. We smashed everything. They don't know why they weren't throwing the Ruggs and Edwards most of the game, but we got it at the end. We were hitting Waller live. We were hitting, who were you hitting? You were hitting Renfro live, Evan's call on the show, which we didn't even promote when we swept all the bets the other day. Evan was big on Renfro in that game. He hit way over his total. Bill Rupp, did you have a wonderful Monday along with the subscriber base at the number 4 deepbets.com?
Of course I did. Love the in-game betting, guys. You know it. Come to 4 Deep Bets. It's the only place you're going to get the in-game betting. We sit in there, watch the game with you all night long. Then we argue about some shit, and we get back to betting.
Yep, and Bill may or may not be making an appearance on No Mercy tonight. Bill, is this true?
It is true. You know how much I love pop culture. I love the award shows, so I might have to talk about that. This is award show season. We have the Emmys coming up too Sunday. I'm so pumped.
He loves it.
VMAs were awesome on Sunday, so I may be talking about that.
And did you want to talk about my hat glasses? We had a conversation about hat glasses the other day.
If you notice, we could talk about that later.
We could just go right now. We got with the first few minutes.
Well, if you notice, Ghost has his glasses on. That's his glasses. Now, Tommy says yesterday he's looking for his sunglasses. I said, well, you had the white ones on yesterday. He said, no, these are my hat glasses. I've never heard someone say hat glasses. So those sunglasses he doesn't wear on his face. He wears them on his head.
These aren't for my face.
They're not for his face. So the other ones were for his face. We couldn't find those. But he won't put those on his face. Those are his hat glasses.
So Evan, as the fashion expert, and Ghost will get to you next, who wears his glasses on his face, not because he wants to, just because he's fucking Clark Kent. But Evan, I have multiple pairs of these are Prada, actually. So these are Prada hat glasses, okay? And I call them hat glasses because I don't wear them on my face because they're white and they look kind of stupid on your face, right? So I have multiple pairs of glasses, some which are just accessories because this is my favorite hat ever. And you can see it's tearing in here, but I won't give up on it. I won't let it die. So I just throw the hat glasses on and it covers up the rips.
That might be the most preposterous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty insane.
I can't believe that you bought Prada glasses just to wear on your hat.
Well, I mean, they have to be dope, right? Because if you're wearing them on your hat, they're very noticeable. So people are going to look. So, I mean, you got to look rich when you're wearing your hat.
Why don't you just be more versatile and, get to a pair that gets on your face and on your hat?
I do. I have another pair of Prada that I wear on my face.
That's why I asked, would he ever wear the hat glasses with the face glasses at the same time?
No, you can't do that.
That's absurd. I mean, obviously.
That's insanity.
But if you're going to do hat glasses, you might forget one day.
I do. I have got, because I have red hat glasses and blue hat glasses too. So whatever my outfit is, I have different hat glasses that I use for them. So I have hat glasses and face glasses. So Ghost, do you have hat glasses and face glasses or just face glasses?
No, like Evan said, that's the most preposterous thing I've ever heard. No, I really don't wear glasses much. I lose every pair. I've gone through 4 or 5 pairs. I'm lucky I still have these.
Imagine talking about this with him for a half hour on the phone the other day.
Yeah.
I can't.
How I roll? I got shit I do, that I do.
I can't believe that.
I always say you are the smartest and also the dumbest person I've ever met.
Evan, when we go back and post this to YouTube, can you just cut out the dumbest part?
Yeah.
I just want to clip.
Somebody clip that.
Nate is saying I'm the smartest person he's ever met. Ghost, how was your Monday night?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm ready for the beating today, but overall it was a good day betting wise. We did profit. I did make the wrong call on the game itself, but there's a lot to break down there.
I mean, Hoffman wants to know in the chat, how did you end up on this, Ghost? I mean, I think he's talking about the show. No, I don't think any of us really know how Ghost ended up on the show.
No, it's a lack of other options.
I mean, me and Bill were just going to do it with Evan, and then I think Ghost came on, like, because me and Bill just kind of wanted to see him try and be disguised.
Well, besides Evan, I am the next best looking one here, so you did need to balance out the two of you with the two of us.
Hey, me and Bill don't claim to be the best looking. We claim to have the biggest dicks. That's what we hang our hat on.
That's all
and
that
our
matters.
and our towels. But yeah, no, we don't know how Ghost got here, but now he's here. He's like, it's the same thing. Like I worked with him at my last company. We became best friends. And then he just ended up here. And then he's ended up being like the COO. And now he's a co-host on the show. I don't know. Then he's trying to take my Survivor crown, Bill. And he's trying to do Rupp and Rackets with you the other day. He's like infiltrating the whole fucking system.
I'm a plant.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm fucking psyop. So we don't know. But Hoffman, if you'd like to replace Ghost at any point, you're more than welcome to. We look forward to it. So guys, we got a big show today. For those of you that are also into the conspiracy shit, I'm going to be doing double duty today. So is E. Props to E for being the guy who produces all these, gets them all together. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do these shows. So E's going to do the production for the No Mercy for me too, even though he's not a conspiracy theorist. Wants to make sure that that's known. But him and Bill try to stay to the sports stuff, but I drag them in. We drag Night Ghost into Discord conversations. I drag E into producing shows. E, how do you feel about that?
Hey, I'm behind the scenes. I'm not on the camera. I don't care.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna get Bill on the camera today and bring him in front of the mercenaries. Bill, that's a different world over there. You might get eaten up. Who the fuck knows? But
I was in with the creepy creepos before, so I can do it.
Bill used to we used to have a Discord for the fucking conspiracy stuff, and Bill used to just run in there. He called them the creepy creepos because he thinks they're all weirdos, and he used to just run in there and just fucking cause chaos and then walk out.
You just start shit. You're stirring the pot.
It was amazing. But so yeah, No Mercy. First of all, guys, make sure every time you watch the show, smash the subscribe button. So hit that, subscribe right now, and hit the like button. I'll be watching that like button. And if it doesn't get over a certain number, I'm just going to shut the show off midway through.
If you subscribe on stream, your name will pop up on the little screen. You get a little recognition.
And you'll be famous. And it comes over my face, and we know everyone's obviously looking at my face. So that'll be a good time for you there. So hit that, and then go subscribe to the No Mercy podcast YouTube. We'll be doing the show live on YouTube tonight, and then it'll release on iTunes tomorrow. I think we're actually going to move this to iTunes and Podbeam and all that too, where we'll do the YouTube and release it there too. That'll probably be maybe next week. But let's get to it, guys. So Monday night, we absolutely smashed. Absolute home run. I was 6-1 on max bets. Ghost, you got fucked a little bit on one of them. I think you should have got the Baltimore win, but I was glad you didn't, just so I could talk shit to you. And Bill, you smashed the live bets like crazy. So not much to talk about on Monday. We fucking literally skull fucked the slate and everyone made money.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we killed it.
Dynamite drop in, Bill. So now so this Thursday night, we have a lot. I have a lot of plays on this game coming Thursday night. This is one of my favorite bets, favorite games of the year. Did a bunch of research on it last night. One of the things at 4 Deep Bets, promo code VIP20 for 20% off. We destroy island games, Billy, and we just kill Thursday, Sunday night, and Monday night.
Well, you did just say to me the other day you're going to revamp your system and only do a few bets, and now you're saying you're putting out 1 million bets. So
yes, I lie. Compulsive.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. But island games, I feel like
they're different. It's different in Sundays.
Yeah,
I agree.
don't need to revamp anything because me and Bill were up for 5 hours on the phone last night just digging into box scores of Heineke in college and fucking all this. So I feel like on the island games, you could focus on one game. It's easier. We slay it. But I am going to dial down my Sunday 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. to just the core plays. I think I'm going to hone in on 2 or 3 games and treat them as island games on the Sundays. That's probably the best thing going forward. So we got Brian Healy coming on. We got a newest hire, Ben Hancock, who came over, one of my boys who I hired at a prior company, Monster, coming on for a few minutes. And then we got to cover the Thursday night game. So what do you want to do? What order do you want to do this in? Ghost, I'm going to let you take the lead.
Let's bring on Healy first. Let's get his thoughts on the Thursday game, and then we'll chime in ours.
All right, cool. So let's bring Healy on. E, if you could hit him up, let him know to come on. So we're going to go through the Thursday night football game. I am obsessed with this. Look at that. How timely was that? Healy back in prison. What up?
What's going on, guys?
What's up? So what's with the like 90% nothingness and then just your little head there?
I like to work in in plain sight here. Just jail cell. No, it's actually we recently redid like our whole first floor, and my office is just not put back together, so it's just plain.
Well, I got the same thing. I got TVs on the floor in front of me, pictures on the floor, and nothing behind me. It's so I'm with you, Healy. So Healy, how was your weekend? How was your Monday? Corey Davis smash. Great job with that. Obviously you hit the over on the hill thing. So how was your weekend as a whole, including Monday?
Yeah, weekend as a whole was pretty good. So DFS wise, kind of split between the sites. Lost on DraftKings. I won on FanDuel, but kind of smashed all my bets over the weekend. You kind of highlighted the two biggest ones there with Corey Davis and then the Taysom Hill rushing prop, which really just kind of made out my weekend. I rolled into Monday night, just kind of tailed some of you guys. So it was a profitable Monday night for me. I kind of rolled back into baseball mode during the week. So just grinding out baseball here through September.
All right. And first off, let's do that. Do you have anything for baseball tonight, or do you want to get right into football? We're going to get into the Thursday night game in a second.
No, I do have baseball. I have a prop tonight that I like. It's a value play tonight, and it's Ranger Suarez over 5.5 strikeouts. So I've seen this number kind of range across all the books from plus 105 to plus 115. So obviously shop around, get the best number you can. He's facing off against the Cubs, who obviously are watered down post-trade deadline. They've been a little bit pesky as far as scoring runs over the last month, but it's still coming with just massive strikeouts. I mean, we saw Kyle Gibson K7 through 4 innings last night. We knew Kyle Gibson he can't even strike Tommy out at this point.
With a bad hip.
Yeah, exactly. So the Cubs, this lineup that they're expected to roll out tonight, 26% K rate, 4 individual bats with K rates north of 33%. Looking a little bit closer at the pitch data, Suarez is a big changeup guy. That's where he gets all his swings and misses. He generates 46% whiffs with that pitch. And looking at the Cubs, every single batter except David Bodie has a 40% whiff rate against changeups. So this is a pitch Suarez is going to throw a lot. We've seen him throw 95 plus pitches in 3 out of his last 4. So leash is no longer a concern with him. So I like the value we're getting at over 5.5 strikeouts tonight.
So over 5.5 Ks for Kyle Gibson?
No, for Ranger Suarez.
I mean, for Ranger Suarez, sorry. Suarez.
Correct.
I'm writing it down as we say it. Okay, cool. So, Bill, how do you feel about Brian Rowe telling you to get a job in the chat?
I mean, I always tell he's Mr. Amazon, Mr. Amazon. So, I mean, listen, I have a job, I have money. Just my advice: get vaccinated and get a job. USA, baby.
Bill and Brian Rowe fight in the Discord. Ghost, is there anything better than when Bill and Brian go at it?
No, and I love stirring the pot with it.
Oh,
It's my entertainment for the night. It's great.
it's the fucking best. It's Brian's been a loyal sub for like 6 years. And so he's untouchable. Like he's in that fucking like deep mafia where like no one can go at him. And he was pissing Bill off one day, and Bill's like, "Why the fuck is this kid keep going out?" And he's like, "I'm fucking killing him." And I'm like, "Go out," and Brian just attacks him back. It's fucking amazing. So Bill always tells him, "What did you tell him about his unvaccinated cock?"
No, he keeps telling that to me. He says that I can't have kids because my sperm is vaccinated now, which I don't want kids. 42 years old. It's great for me. I don't want kids. It's great. But those are the idiots who think their sperm is worth money and they can sell it now because they just want to get a job. People don't want, bro. Nowadays, don't get me
the
started.
ticket window with a bag of sperm to place it.
Don't get me started. People don't want to get jobs, so they think they can sell their sperm.
I'm hearing they're buying sperm for 20 grand a nut.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Bill keeps telling everyone when they talk about it to get vaccinated and get a job. So we're gonna make "Get Vaccinated and Get a Job" T-shirts for Bill Rupp. And I told him, I'm like, dude, Evan, with our fucking like, I don't know if you're vaccinated or not. You don't need to share that, but I will say, I'll talk about myself. My sperm could probably sell for like $20,000-$30,000 a fuck. Like I'm just basically coming NFTs, right? Like unvaccinated Tommy G sperm. Do you understand the value? Like I'm literally just shooting out fucking boarding.
How about that the Twitter we read that day when somebody first said that the sperm was worth money?
Uh-huh.
He was like, damn, I wish I knew that 10 minutes ago. I just shot 20,000 in my sock.
Bro, I'm never gonna work again. I'm just gonna be pumping out fucking bored apes and fucking crypto punks out of my cock to all the fans. This is gonna be fucking unreal. So let's get to the Thursday night game, which hopefully will have us jerking off all over the Discord, making tons of fucking money. I'm obsessed, guys. I have a funny feeling Ghost is with me. I think we like similar things. I know Bill's with me on a couple of them, but Healy, let's start with you. I know you only got a limited time. You got 47 soccer games and 57 things you got to do. So what's your overall take on this game? Washington Redskins, New York Giants, Thursday night football.
I mean, this is just two bad football teams. I think it'll be an uninspiring game to watch. Certainly opportunities to make money, but I do think this game plays fairly low scoring with two decent defenses. Obviously, the Washington Redskins losing the quarterback as well. I'm kind of digging in here tonight after baseball as far as what I'm going to play from a prop perspective. But I know I'm going to be trying to find some angles here on Sterling Shepard. I think he's the guy on the Giants that I kind of want to hone in on, and I think he has the best chemistry and best opportunity here to have a pretty good game. So he's the one I'm going to drill in on and see if I can find anything I like.
Probably the best matchup too, from a wide receiver cornerback perspective too. So I'm with you on that. I was looking for a way to get Shepard in. I think the way that I'm going to get him in is, and I'll talk about some of the props that I like in a minute, is going to be some of these same game parlays. His total was like 57 or 55 or something like that. So it's a little high for a 40 total game where maybe a slugfest. I get a little worried about hitting those big numbers, but FanDuel and a lot of these other sites are letting you do alt yards, right? So I may be able to get like a Sterling Shepard over 40 yards paired with like a McLaurin 40 yards and get even money on something like that. So I'm with you though, Healy. I agree with you. I think Shepard is the best, most viable play on the Giants. Outside of one prop, Bill, that I know we hit last week and I know is your prop of the day for the show. So I'll kick it right over to you with a beautiful transition by a masterful veteran host. Bill, what do you like on the Giants side?
Daniel Jones rushing, 19.5. It's 20.5, 21.5. I've seen up to 22.5 in some books, but 19.5 it is still at a couple books. I like 19.5, and that is my prop of the day. I think he's going to be running for his life. The defense is very good. I think they're going to be play better than they did last week. He's going to be running everywhere. He got over his rushing yards last week. He loves to run. He loves to fumble. That's Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish we can get some fucking fumble props somewhere out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard. You can't find it. I haven't even seen sacks up yet.
No.
I don't know if DraftKings put them up, but I want some of that sack. I want as much of that Washington defense as I can get. Probably hit the defensive touchdown plus 452. Yeah. Normally, we only give out one pick each and save all the rest of the bets for behind the paywall. But since we've been destroying the live bets and hitting plus 1,000s behind the paywall, I feel comfortable that the subs are happy enough making a shit ton of money that they'll be okay with us unloading the clip a little bit on this show. So we're going to spoil you a little bit on this show today. If you want all the real good stuff, come join us in the Discord tomorrow night. 4deepbets.com, promo code VIP20. Come in there, hang out with us. We got the hottest chicks, the best content, the most education, hundreds of people. I remember when Healy first signed up, he's like, holy shit, this chat's like circa 2017 fantasy chat. It's viral. It's live in there. And if those of you guys that are new, most of the girls that are with us started betting fucking 6 months ago, and a lot of the guys too. So we're real capable to handle the new people on top of those of us that you're seeing right here. I mean, we play tens of thousands of dollars a week, the four of us. So you got the big dogs who can talk to you from the high end, and we can coddle you guys from the low end if you guys are new. So Ghost, what do you like on this game before I unload my fucking clip of fucking max bets?
I think I'm doubling down this week. Last week we hit the Antonio Gibson rushing prop. I think it was 13 or 14.5. It's opening up at 15.5 this week, and I can't see a reason not to go back to it. Looking at the Giants game last week, Denver rushed the ball for 28 attempts. They gave up 165 yards on the ground with Heineke starting. The passing game, I believe, is going to be a bit limited. And I don't think the Giants' defense is that bad. They didn't look great against Denver, but I think they're better than they are. So I think we're going to see the ball on the ground a lot more. Like Healy said, it should be a low-scoring game. They're going to eat up the clock. I'm going back to AG this week.
What was the number, Ghost?
15.5. He had 7 or 8 carries by the end of the first quarter last game. Fitzpatrick was hurt 3 or 4 plays into the game, so I don't think there's going to be a much different script this week. He had 20 of their 27, 28 carries. He's going to be the main catalyst back there, and I think he hits easily this week again.
Yeah, I saw some. I mean, Healy, Bill, any of you guys have a take on that?
I like it. I bet it last week when Ghost said it. I'll probably bet it again this week. I like the 15.5. I think it's a great play.
Okay. Healy, any input?
Yeah, I agree. I think the game script's going to set up. It's either going to be neutral or Washington playing, with a slight lead. Given I think they have a strong advantage on the defensive side of the football, so I think Washington just leans on the run as much as they can, and Gibson's their guy, especially in that game script. So I like that as well.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people going.
That's key too. I don't see McKissick as much as of a threat back there, so majority of the carries, 90% are going to go to Gibson.
Yeah, it's McKissick's pretty much a non-factor this year. I mean, a lot of people don't know Gibson played receiver in college. Like, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and it was amazing how little they used him from the reception side because they had McKissick filling that kind of James White role. But I think what they started to realize as the season went on that you don't really need McKissick if you got fucking Gibson. So, they'll use McKissick in the slot a little bit. I think Gibson's in line for a huge year. I have him in both my fantasy leagues. But a lot of things people were talking about, I was reading on the interwebs, or the Twitter sphere, as Bill likes to call it. A lot of sharps talking about the Gibson under this week. Gibson under, he only went over this number so many times last year. But if you look at his last 5 games last year, which everyone seems to be referencing, 6 games, he had 16 for 94 and a touchdown versus Cincy, 20 carries for $115 and 3 touchdowns versus Dallas. He had 2 carries in a game versus Pitt. I believe he got hurt in that game, so we throw that one out. 10 for 61 versus Carolina, 6 yards a carry. 19 for 75 versus Philly. And then he had 14 for 31, which everyone likes to reference in the playoffs, but that was versus the Bucks, and no one can run on the Bucks. We just saw Zeke run for like 15 yards last week. So I love what Gibson's been doing late in the season. I like that play, Ghost. So I'm a co-sign that with you. Evan, anything you like on this game? Anything you're looking at from the top, and a read on the Giants versus the Redskins? Who do you think wins?
I think the Redskins are going to win, but I'll tell you what I don't like is Saquon Barkley. Mm-hmm. So you got Chase Young, Montez Sweat on the Washington defense. Their defense obviously is like kind of stout. Didn't look too good last week, but again, I don't think Saquon's going to be able to run the ball this week. The Giants did not look good in my opinion. I just don't think he's going to be in for a big fantasy week. So
no, I saw they've been pulling props down for him all over the place. Me and Bill benched him. We're in a $1,500 entry, season-long league. We benched him last week in favor of Cole Beasley, which paid off in spades. And I'm going to bench him again this week on a short week. So if you see a Saquon prop out there, I don't know if any of you guys see one. I saw something at 52 that I tried to hit as it was leaving the board, but a lot of them are pulling him off. But I'm with you. I mean, the Giants are just a mess with Saquon Barkley. So without him,
rated him again today.
Yeah, he might not even play, at the rate he's going. But if you can get a prop on him, and they don't announce him out, that could be a game where he just sees the field for a few snaps and you smash that under. So I do like that also. Here's my favorite props, okay? And one is basically a double max. It's already moving up. I got it at 18.5 yesterday. Told it in the Discord. So Tyler Heineke, 18.5 rushing yards is an absolute joke. This thing will be 23, 24, maybe even 25 by kickoff, okay? This is insanely low. It is way too low. I'm a big Heineke guy. I'm not worried about Washington. I think he's pretty much, Heineke and fucking Fitz are similar. I don't think it's a huge drop-off going from Fitz to Heineke. But if you look at his game logs, in 3 games that he's basically played for Washington, against Tampa Bay, that was the only full game that he played. He had 6 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown. I told you this with Tyrod Taylor last week. That line was 10 yards low. This line is 10 yards low too. He had 6 for 46 and a touchdown in the full game there. If you look at the next game he played, Carolina, he only played 2 drives. So he didn't even play a half. He played 2 drives and he had 3 carries for 22 yards. So he hit the total on that. And then last week, with no practice, basically just getting thrown into the fire for the second half, he still carried the ball, a few times and had like 17, 18 yards. So I think Heineke's going to be running around. The Giants defense will get a little pressure on him, keep him moving. I think he hits that by halftime. So I'm all in on the Heineke over 18.5. It was on DK. It's already up to 21.5 on DK. So hunt around. It was 18.5 on a few sites not too long ago. The other two that I like, which I'll mention here, are Logan Thomas props. Logan Thomas has feasted with Heineke under center. He's played, like I said, one full game and then 2 drives and a half a game. So we'll basically combine that to be 2 full games, right? If you look at Logan Thomas, the Giants just got fucking torched last week. They got torched by the tight end. 11 targets and 9 catches from the tight ends last week. The Giants have been notoriously terrible versus the tight end throughout their history. Logan Thomas is a stud. And in Logan Thomas's games with Heineke, he had 5 catches for 75 yards on 9 targets against the lethal Tampa Bay defense in the playoffs. He had 12 targets, 7 catches, 63 yards in that Carolina game. And in 2 drives, Heineke was 7 targets, 5 catches, 50 yards, and a touchdown worth of that distribution. And then last week, every single target Logan Thomas had came from Heineke. So big spot for Logan Thomas. 4.5 catches over that, 46.5 yards over that. I would go as high as 50.5 if you have to. Hit the over on all those. So I'm going Heineke rushing yards. I'm going Logan Thomas over catches, Logan Thomas over yards. I also like Logan Thomas to score a touchdown and Heineke to score a touchdown. Those would be small stabs at plus 2, 3, 400, whatever you get him at. But my next favorite bet on the board to wrap up the core 4 here is the Redskins. I don't think the Giants win this game. I don't think this line is right. I'm just going to take the minus 180. We play minus 180s in baseball, so I'm not afraid of it. I'm slamming Washington minus 180. Going to have them in parlays. Going to have them all over the place. They're a better team. They're better at quarterback. They're better defensively. And the Giants are just a fucking complete mess right now. So those are my core 4 plays. And then I'm going to have a lot of same-game parlays in on the site. I think this is a fun same-game parlay when you outline these things down. So, boys, I just spoke a lot. Input.
So I saw one stat today that my buddy sent me, and it was the Daniel Jones stat. And in his career, he's 4-19 against the rest of the league, but he's 4-0 against the Redskins. That's the only concern I have on Thursday, but we know how bad Daniel Jones is. That's just one stat that stood out to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not concerned with it, but I mean, listen, that's obviously something worth mentioning for sure. Healy, any input on that before you go? I know you don't really like the over too much on this game, so might be a little leery about me taking so many props on it.
Not necessarily. I mean, certainly there's going to be some scoring in this game, and I also prefer the Washington side. It's more their defense. Like I can see them near shutting out this Giants team. I'm not a big fan of Daniel Jones. I know he added some weapons, but I think it's going to take more time for them to get clicking, and the defense for the Redskins will kind of give them fits all night.
Yeah, I agree. So, all right, Healy, any final words? Anything you want to touch on before you get out the door, brother?
No, we'll continue breaking down from a DFS perspective over in the Discord. Each and every night we got baseball. Still wrapping up here the final few weeks. We're hitting showdown slates in football, primetime slates, 4 p.m. slates. We have content for all that from an NFL perspective. So if you're not signed up, get over there and buy a DFS package. I look forward to kind of breaking the slates down and hashing out with you and our new hire, Ben Hancock. Welcome to Ben. Looking forward to working with him again.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And you and Ben are doing a show tomorrow in the DFS channel at 6 o'clock. So we'll be bringing the band back together tomorrow at 6 p.m. for DFS. Those of you that joined for our packages earlier in the year, you got the first week of DFS free. That's expired by now, so you probably need to go repurchase the DFS packages. So come join us. Healy, thanks for coming on, brother. Talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Later, bro. So anything else on this game, guys? Anything else you're seeing here that you guys think we need to go over? Bill, is there anything we left off here? I did say the Sterling Shepard over a half rushing yards was interesting.
They took it down.
It's still there. I see it.
It's locked on few books I just saw.
Okay, I see it's still on DraftKings. I don't know if you could bet it, but I still do see it there. It is interesting that they have that up. It almost seems like they know a trick play is coming or it's a trap one way or the other. But Ghost, isn't that weird that they have that randomly in there?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the other thing that you were talking about with the rushing yards, just looking at the stats, the Giants were the fourth worst in terms of rushing against yesterday. So I think that bodes well not only for Heineke but for Gibson as well. I just wanted to add that. And if we have some time, I want a fucking bone to pick with the Ravens later.
All right, yeah. I mean, let's get into it now, and then we're going to bring Ben on in a few minutes. So let's get into it now. So tell them the backstory, Ghost, about how you tried to come at my throne as the king of Survivor.
So
Bill, actually, why don't we both stay out of it, Ghost? Let's let Bill tell the story, because you're a liar and you're calling me a liar. So Bill, I would like your input on what happened with me and Ghost from the Survivor perspective.
So before all the Survivor started, Ghost sent out a text. Anybody who wants to be involved in giving out Survivor picks for 4 Deep, let us know. And I instantly said, I am awful at Survivor. I'm only taking Tommy's picks. Then Rackets jumped on and said the same thing. I think we were all on that. And he goes, well, Ghost, like, I'm pretty good. I've been top 5 in all my leagues and pretty good. And, you know, I win everything. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't see you in football last year, so I have no idea. And then Ghost came out with, you know,
well, you're forgetting the most important part where he challenged me and wanted me challenge him to a season long for money and this and that for Survivor. And I was like,
did that ever happen?
No, well,
did that ever happen?
He said, I'll challenge you. I'll challenge you for the whole year.
I mean, he might have said that, let's go, let's see who does the best.
Yeah, he challenged me. And the bottom line is, Bill, that me going there, as much as I respect Ghost's gambling, and he's phenomenal at it, and I respect his knowledge, he's phenomenal. DFS, he's great. I mean, like, Michael Jordan isn't going to play one-on-one with my nephew, right? Like, you got to fucking earn your way up, bro. You don't just walk in and come talking shit to the fucking Don. Like, I'm the Survivor god. And this fucking kid comes in like he's going to fucking take my throne. And then he gets fucking smacked week 1.
What did I say, Bill? What was my argument?
The only thing I thought was weird is that Ghost put out the plays and then he had like 5 plays.
Yeah, like 9 of them.
I said my argument was I don't like putting all my eggs in one basket the first week of the season. That was my argument. Now, watching the fucking Ravens on Monday, it was an abomination. It was disgusting. It was so frustrating watching that game. I'll tell you right now, I was talking to my buddy with it who does the season long with me. If you have Tyson Williams in fantasy, be ready to let him go. He's going to lose that job. He was garbage on Monday. Everyone thinks he had a great game, but in terms of fantasy aside, when looking at the game from an NFL perspective, from a win-loss perspective, he did more to cost the Ravens that game than he did to help. Greg Roman's play calling, what they were doing with Lamar, made absolutely no sense. Tyson just looked lost. He couldn't understand the read options with Lamar. There were almost 2 fumbles lost because of him not knowing to take the ball, not knowing when to give up the ball. And in overtime, that fumble with Lamar after they had a fucking gift from the Raiders turning the ball over, it was Williams who didn't pick up the block that caused the fumble, which allowed the Raiders to win the game. That's why you started to see Lat Murray later in the game. It was his rushing touchdown at the end that cost us the over 1.5 prop. But it was just a very frustrating game to watch, and that game should have been in the bag from the second or third quarter for the Ravens.
I will say this, Tyson Williams is getting a little overrated. The reason Lat Murray was playing so much at the end of the game was because exactly what you said. Tyson was doing fundamental football things wrong. He looked good when he touched the ball. Right. You know, he was doing great running between the tackles and stuff, but he was missing blocks. He was missing assignments. He was all over the place. And that's why you saw Lat Murray more in crunch time. So if you do have Tyson Williams in your seasonal league, get ready, because you also got Devontae Freeman, who they signed, who's going to be coming on board, and Le'Veon Bell, who's going to be coming on board. So that's going to be a crowded-ass backfield. Lat Murray was basically playing on 3 days' notice, too, and he's been a starter multiple times throughout his NFL career. So that's going to be a very crowded backfield, and Tyson's not going to have much love. But I will say the reason I wanted the Raiders for that game was because I said Lamar Jackson hasn't played at all. This team hasn't played together. There's new backs back there. He doesn't have chemistry with his receivers yet. This is not a mentally smart offense. Their play calling is usually terrible, and they usually thrive on athleticism over being in sync. And I just didn't think they were going to have it traveling west to east. So a little bit lucky. No matter who won that game, you got lucky, right? If the Raiders won it, we got a little lucky. If the Ravens would have won it at the end, you would have got a little lucky. But close game. Raiders held serve at home, which is all I cared about. You all right, Evan? What happened?
There was a fucking bee in my room. It started coming at me.
What is that? Is that me? Hold on. God damn it, ESPN. Every show. There's a bee. Are you going to survive?
I'll be all right.
You're going to fight it off?
I'll fight that bee. I'll fuck that bee up.
How about Jenna making her first appearance, Bill?
Yeah, she was a little shy. Now she's on the couch.
So I'm waiting for the doorbell to ring.
It's her bed right there.
Yeah, the doorbell hasn't rang yet.
She hears something. Something's going on up there.
Well, so does Jenna have a dog of the day?
There she goes.
Yeah. Did you want to tell everyone about Jenna's handicapping? How she's better?
She's amazing. Her dog of the day is like 5-1, and the one she hedged on, she's amazing.
She hedged on.
Just doesn't lose.
Jenna's dog of the day. That's great. All right, why don't we bring Ben in here? If you got him queued up. No. So I'll wait to introduce him to. Look at how quick Evan is. Look at this fucking monster.
Jesus.
What up, Thor? Can you hear me, Ben?
Oh shit. Yeah, what's up, guys?
What up, motherfucker?
Dude, I'm fucking pumped to be on here with you all.
Just adding more muscle to the fucking team, Ghost. This is what we're doing. Just building a
I love having them.
Wait till we go into a fucking live final or something, rolling fucking 10 deep. With fucking, you're the weightlifter, E, and you're getting smaller by the minute with all the muscle.
I can't compete.
Yeah, I see EA. He's got some muscle on him.
Oh yeah, he's the sex symbol. So me and Bill just get uglier by the minute. Like Nikos hides his face, but me and Bill used to be the sex symbol.
I have to trim the beard up now.
No, let it fly. Let it go all the way down to here. So Hancock, people don't know. A lot of people do know. Those of us who were subscribers. By the way, Hancock, do you like my? I haven't showed any of you guys this. This is Touchdown Buddha. I just bought him yesterday. I like going to those little spiritual shops. So this is Touchdown Buddha. I rub his belly for some touchdowns this week.
I have to give me something like that after week 1.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Bill, right? Doesn't he look like Bill Rupp?
No, that's your stomach, not mine.
So me and Hancock was actually a subscriber back in the day, right? Over at Elite, and we used to do a lot of stuff in chat together. And I kind of was teaching him a little bit of like my strategy, what I do, and he just started fucking killing it. And Ghost, you remember this? It was like I was entering the Thunderdome, so it was like the $5,000 entry tournaments. So I didn't have to worry about giving all my picks to the subscribers or anything because they weren't in my content. All of a sudden, this motherfucker, I start seeing his name up ahead of me, costing me tens of thousands of. I mean, you probably cost me $150,000 in a month. And then he would be like, all nice, like, thanks, Tommy. I used the same thing you taught me 3 months ago. And I'm like, fuck you, bro. Like,
dude,
literally
it didn't take me until I started making my own content and realizing how tilting it is whenever someone finishes higher than you with your own stuff. I was like, dude, he probably hated me. I had no clue.
I actually loved it because you were the first one, right? Because all the subscribers, because you want people like that, right? Like you want your subs to be playing heavy and go hard. But it was the first one, and we were such good friends because we used to text, and then you came on board and everything. So I was actually really happy for you because we were kind of tag team in the industry together. But I mean, I posted on Twitter. Check out my Twitter at Tommy G Returns. You can go in there and check it out, and you'll see one of my most recent tweets was about Ben, and I posted some of his screenshots that I had. You can follow him at the Ben Hancock 11, the Ben Hancock 11. And I mean, I'm just reading off these right now. $289,000 win, $122,000 win, $100,000 win, $50,000 win, $70,000 win, $58,000 win, $115,000 win, $100,000 win. So I got so sick of seeing fantasy fever ahead of me that it was giving me a fucking fever. But Ben, tell us, how do you feel to be a part of the squad here? What are your first impressions of the chat to people, and what are you going to be doing with us over here?
Dude, I can't wait. I've been keeping up with you all ever since you started this a few months ago, and then watching you build the team, person by person. And like I said, it's crazy how it all works, because I was telling some of my friends closest to me how I couldn't wait. Like I wanted to be a part of the team. I was close to messaging you anyways, and then, you messaged me. It worked out good. But no, so I'm going to be doing MLB content. this is the best time to be doing MLB content. Everyone's focusing on football. So if you have someone that's still focusing on baseball, you just have a huge edge, especially on the weekends. So I'm pumped about that. I'll be doing NBA content for you guys. I have a few $100,000 wins in NBA and multiple $25,000 wins, stuff like that. So I'm going to be putting out content. I'll be in the Discord every night with you guys, talking shit, just discussing game strategy. So I'm pumped. And we're just going to fucking take over.
Yeah. And I mean, one of the things about Ben is that, like the rest of us, really, I mean, outside of maybe one or two of us, just another guy here who started. I mean, a lot of people don't even know, Ghost, you were a sub at one point, right? You were already a professional handicapper, but you were a sub at one point.
You were the fourth person maybe on the list that I connected with. And it just grew from there. And I'll tell you, Ben, I was a huge fan of yours when we were working together at Elite. And just a little backstory how it worked out. A few weeks ago, I put up a tweet. I checked my notifications. I see that Ben Hancock liked your tweet. First thing I do is I pick up the phone and call Tommy. Tommy, did you see this? Get the fuck on the phone. Get him over here now.
Dude, I was liking your tweets, secretly hoping you guys were.
Ghost saw it. Ghost called me up and was like, "You see what's going on?" I was like, "Listen, you handle that. Just let me know how it goes." Yeah, but no,
love having you, Ben.
Yeah, and the nice thing about Ben too is that Tex was a sub. Yeah, the nice thing about Ben too is I know Tex, Hoffman, Trevor. Ben, you mentioned something to me on the phone about it. Want to do a lot of education stuff, and the subs ask for a ton of education stuff. So being that you're going to be getting input not only from me and Bill and Ghost and all of us, but a lot of the guys who maybe don't get 50 DMs a minute, that are able to answer you, spend more time with you personally, is going to be fun. So we got a lot of new shows that are going to be coming up with Ben and Tex and Hoff and Rackets and the whole crew. So excited for that, Big Ben. And like you said, baseball, you're going to be doing a lot of weekend stuff too, which I know we are very happy for, because I don't want to do any more weekend stuff than I have to.
Right. So yeah, real quick. So you teaching me the strategy of baseball, it won me well over $500,000-$600,000. Just you telling me the strategy.
And now you can just push it on everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll be excited to share that with everybody. It's a lot simpler than people think.
Yeah, it's fun. And you said you do a lot of NBA. Did you do any NFL last week?
Yeah, I did. I made 10 teams, but like we talked on the phone, I had Mostert in 7 of them. Mm-hmm. So, what did he get hurt within the first 5 minutes of the game?
And he had 2 carries for 20 yards before he got hurt too.
And then he didn't even get mad because the other running back smashed. So it's just.
It was frustrating. You got any plays for tonight or tomorrow? Anything you're looking at now that you like before we let you go?
Oh, yeah, I have a couple baseball plays I've been looking at, waiting to come on. So I got 2 cheap pitchers for us. I got a cheap pitcher on FanDuel. I have a Nestor Cortez. He's 7.7K. I think the Yankees beat Baltimore tonight. They get hot. You know how the Yankees are, just like anybody. They looked good last night. I think they're going to look good tonight. I'm not worried about Means. His good games have been more luck than anything. So I think the Yankees smashed tonight. And then cheap play on DK for pitcher is just Rangers Suarez. He's 7.2K. That's way too cheap going up against the Cubs. I mean, the Cubs fucking suck right now.
Well, I mean, that's 2 guys. I don't know if you saw Healy was on here, like Suarez too. Oh. So that's a cosign right there. So that's perfect.
Oh yeah, good, because I tuned in right when Healy left because I didn't.
That's perfect. Yeah, so you guys are both on the same guy, so that's awesome. So
and then I have a couple home run plays and
shoot him, throw him out.
Yeah, Luis Robert. I think he's gonna hit a bomb tonight. He hit a fucking just monster bomb last night. Hit one off the wall. I think he hits one tonight, and then of course Bryce Harper. I mean, he's just white hot. There's no one hotter than him. And I think he's the bomb.
So we got Suarez, Cortez, Harper, and Robert.
Good for Monkey.
Or if they get 2 touchdowns out of the 3 guys, you fucking win double your money. So it's real simple.
We'll cross it.
Let me just see. Are we frozen there, E? Or?
Yeah, we froze for a second. Now it's not.
Are we back?
They can hear us.
Okay, they can hear us still. They just can't see us.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
All right, cool. All right, Ben, thank you, brother. I will catch you in the chat today, and you'll be doing some content tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, my first article will be tomorrow, and then I'll be in the Discord pretty much all day tomorrow.
Okay, and Ghost, is it Ben and Healy and me tomorrow for the DFS show?
Yep, tomorrow I'm going to update the schedule. Guys, on the website, we have a schedule highlighting who's going to be doing what. I had a TBD because we didn't want to reveal it was going to be Ben, so I'll update that tonight, and it'll be then kicking off the show tomorrow.
All right, Hancock, good to have you on board. Welcome home, brother.
Yes, sir. Feels good to be back. All right. See you guys.
Later, baby. Bill, how about this? Huh? We could go to war now. Like we could get in like literally physical fights with everyone. We got Trevor, who's like 6'5". We got fucking Constantino, who's fucking cornered Khabib. Fucking Tex out there.
I thought that was a bearded lab.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're just bringing gorillas.
He was made in the lab. That dude's fucking huge.
He's a monster. We're just bringing fucking gorillas on. That's what we're doing. Guerrilla warfare over here. So we got about 5 minutes left before we cut out. Anyone in the chat, if you guys have anything you want us to touch on, talk about, fire it into the chat now. We're on about a 30-second to a minute delay from the chat, but we'll be seeing it. If you have anything you want us to touch on at all. Bill, what have they been arguing about on all the fucking shows you watch? It looks like Stephen A. Smith kicked off fucking Max and is now a rotating cabal group of fucking idiots that he's just going to scream with. Is Stephen A. Smith racist?
I never thought so, but it looks like he is. I knew they were going to try to get Bart Scott in there somehow.
Of course.
They for some reason they love Bart Scott, ESPN. They dragged him over.
Swagoo.
They dragged him over.
I listened to him during the day.
Bro, I just think he's all right, but he's too corporate now. I don't know. He just and he's not yet ready for the light. So he did a segment today about. He was calling it dieseled. So something with like, you got dieseled or diesel power, diesel smell. I don't freaking know. And he gave us 4 players, but he was reading it. He had a paper, so he was reading off the thing, standing in front of the board with his yellow sneakers in a suit. But I don't know. You don't need the paper. You're professional. Right. You don't need the paper. He was reading off the paper. He forgot a couple things. He's better for radio where he could sit down, read the paper. Right. He's not yet ready for that. I don't know. I think they're making these guys into like babies, pussies, shit like that. We were talking the other day about, Good Morning or CBS, Good Morning America, whatever that guy's on, Nate Burleson, being corporate now. He's doing a Nickelodeon slime time, with football players, and he's got to share the show with a YouTuber, with some little 5-year-old kid, and then the daughter of a broadcaster. Come on, that's crazy.
It's fucking nuts. Ghost, do you have any takes on the cabal taking over?
No, I don't listen to that nonsense.
What do you think about Stephen A. Smith? Do you think he's racist? He ran out Skip. He ran out his old white co-host. Now he ran out Kellerman and admitted it. Went on fucking on a radio show and admitted that it was his call.
They never fired the guy.
They just move him into a different position, right?
They don't want the guy saying anything bad about Steven. They just move him. So now I just saw Max's show. I'm watching some of it as it goes on. He's adding betting into the show. He's adding people on. So
I'll be honest, I don't waste my time watching ESPN anymore. I think they're the biggest fucking cucks out there. Once MLB came out with the MLB network, the NHL network, that's where my focus went. I don't watch that piece of shit Stephen A. Smith. I don't watch any of them. I really don't. I won't waste my time. I don't care what they have to say. I don't want to know what they have to say. They're garbage to me. They really are.
I have to hate watch it. I mean, I have to. I just fucking.
You do that. I can't do that. I will shut it off if the game is over. I'll make sure I change the channel right away so they don't get the ratings that my TV's watching it.
Yeah,
I'll make sure to get off of it as.
I gotta hate watch it. I'm like a masochist. I just gotta go. When I watch Jalen Rose doing fantasy football talk and gambling, and Swagoo going and fucking doing betting picks, Kendrick Perkins was their playoff handicapper on ESPN. There's professionals all over the fucking world who do this shit for a living. You got Jalen Rose doing fantasy football and Kendrick Perkins handicapping bets. How fucking they have the same 20 guys. The thing that pisses me off the most is Orlovsky, who I loved. I thought Orlovsky was the best. He was my favorite. And now he's so cucked up and eccentric about everything and nothing. It's the whole channel shit.
No, I know something was funny today. Bart Scott, kind of in his reading off his paperwork, he was ripping Urban Meyer, and then he said something about Tebow. And he was out, Tebow was a joke and shit. And then Stephen A. had to run over on camera and interrupt it because Tebow's his new co-host.
It's on Friday, yeah.
Yeah, so Stephen A's like, well, it's not his fault, not Tebow's fault. It's Urban didn't use him, blah 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 blah. Bro, and he's ripping him, not even knowing that Tebow was there, and he's the co-host.
He's their Friday host. You got to make sure to mix a white guy in.
So funny.
Yeah. Evan, what's your take? You watching ESPN?
I don't watch any of that shit, honestly. All Twitter, kids my age, people my age, Twitter, all the Instagram. I don't pay attention to it. The only person I like is SVP.
Yeah, I love Scott Van Pelt.
I think Kellerman is insufferable.
Yes, he used to be one of my favorites too. I used to love Max Kellerman, and they all just ESPN is like a bad relation.
They still use Barry Melrose for NHL content.
Yeah, I mean ESPN is basically like genital warts or fucking herpes or something. Like it's like once you get there, you're just done. Your career's over. Like that's your last stop. Yeah, if you don't get the fuck out of there quick enough, it just takes over your whole body like cancer and just rots you.
What do you think about the thing they had the other day with the two broadcasts? So with the Mannings and the other thing, and then the regular.
I thought the Mannings was interesting when I watched it. Ghost, was that you that was watching it the whole time, or Rackets?
No, it was
Rackets.
Yeah, Rackets was watching that the whole time. I thought it was interesting to go in and out of, but the problem with it was there was no crowd noise.
Yeah,
you didn't feel like
not enough play-by-play for me either. Like reacting
voice chat for most of that game, so it was tough to even pay attention to it from the
right. Our announcing in the voice chat is way better than anything that goes the fuck on in there. So
yeah,
sure. But all right, guys, anything else you want to share? By the way, R.I.P. Norm Macdonald. We're going to be talking about him on No Mercy today. One of the last true comedians. There's not many people that die, and this isn't because I'm heartless. Maybe I'm heartless, but I don't really fucking care. Like when people I never met who I watched on TV die, like I usually don't fucking care.
I am surprised that he's great friends with Artie Lang, and I know Artie Lang. I'm surprised Artie Lang has out-survived him. That
if you had that was probably plus 500.
Oh my God.
But the thing is, it doesn't really hit me very often when people die, but there are certain people you connect with. I remember Jose Fernandez of the Marlins when he died. That hit me.
I had his shirt on today.
What's up?
I had his shirt on today. I was going to wear it for the show, and I
Jose Fernandez?
Yeah.
He was my favorite, man. I loved him. Kobe obviously hit everyone, just because, especially those of us our age, grew up with him. Norm Macdonald was one of them. I mean, obviously, John McAfee, when he got suicided, he was on my fucking show, and I was friends with him. But I mean, like, Macdonald was a guy who was like stayed tough with his dick out and his balls out. I'm sure Tripoli and those guys in the comedy world really appreciated him because he never cucked up. He used to say controversial shit, and till the end, he died on his feet. He never bent the knee.
Battled cancer for 10 years secretly.
10 years.
Only his friends knew about it.
Yep.
And you got to remember, he got fired from Saturday Night Live for
talking too much shit on OJ.
For OJ, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, that dude didn't give a fuck, dude. Norm Macdonald didn't give a fuck. He used to tell jokes that were like 8 minutes long. That like he would just drag it out. Like the talent of him was just he talked about Bill Clinton murdering people on stage. Like that dude had fucking balls, man.
Did you see the joke that got him fired pretty much?
Which one?
Saturday Night Live, they said that they asked him, there was a thing with OJ was driving, was he high on speed or methamphetamine? And then they're like, Norm Macdonald's like, no, his lawyer said you can go check the blood at the crime scene. OJ's blood at the crime scene. That blood was clean.
The best part is that he used to mix in his own jokes into the script, and because it was
real
live,
stories,
no one was live, no one could control it.
Yeah,
fucking.
That's the reason he got fired.
Yeah, OG. If you guys have some free time, go look up some old McDonald clips. Just
that's why I'm getting most of my Norm content.
What's that?
Yeah, Bobby keeps posting Norm content the past few days. That's where
Bobby had a fucking Norm Macdonald tweet that got like 5,000 likes out of nowhere yesterday. I was like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go muster up some Norm Macdonald tweets. So we're gonna be doing a lot of Norm Macdonald on No Mercy today, if that's the kind of traction shit's getting out there. All right, final words, Night Ghost.
Not much for me. Well, I'm still playing baseball, so hopefully you guys get back in chat, join us. I'm still playing it. We're still smashing. Tommy's shitting on it all day because that's all I want to talk. But we're here still doing it. So,
hey, 3-1 on baseball max bets last night. 10 units. Still dropping dimes. Still dropping dimes. I'm shitting on it because this is a football show right now. We're not going to. Ghost wants to come on here and do 45 minutes of baseball on Stay Cashin.
Well, when you're running that hot, it's hard not to talk about it.
That's great. We talk about it, but fucking we're gonna have just the people in the Discord. You talk about it in Discord. No one's tuning into YouTube to go listen to a baseball show in October.
Can anybody on the show right now tell me the hottest selling jersey in the NFL? Go.
Young Ho Koo.
I was just gonna say that.
No. No.
Bill, did you order the Koo jersey?
Joe Burrow.
No. Jalen Hurts up 500% since Sunday.
That's bullshit.
Hottest selling jersey in NFL.
Wow, that's ridiculous. Bill, did you order the Koo jersey?
I will. Guys, we didn't get to we have some bet that we're going to say about. We'll get to it. I know I told the people in our chat, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it this week because we have to order a Koo jersey for it.
Yeah, we'll tell you about the bet next episode, either Friday or Monday. We'll tell you about the bet. Evan, I want your input on the bet too. But any final words, Bill Rupp?
No, that's it. See you guys next week. Or no, Friday, right? Friday.
Yeah, good job, Bill. Way to know the schedule.
Rubbing Rackets today at 5:30.
Yeah, Rubber Rackets in the Discord, 4deepbets.com. Promo code VIP20. Evan, final words.
I have no faith in Saquon Barkley. Taylor Heineke's a dog. See you Friday.
Yeah, he's a dog, baby. He's a dog. All right, guys. For Evan, Brian, Ben, Bill, and Night Ghost, I am Tommy G. Make sure you check out No Mercy Tonight on YouTube. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button here on your way out the door. Get over to the No Mercy YouTube page. Probably be live on that by around 10 o'clock. Me, Bob's Lessons, Uncle Danny, and maybe this shithead who's over here or here, depending on what the camera